Hey there guys, PC Guy here, and I'm gonna be showing you how to get Glory of the Eternal Raider, which is the meta achievement for the Eternal Palace raid in Nazjatar. This achievement will reward you with the Azshari Bloatray, which is sadly just a recolor of the Nazjatar rap mount. I won't do a full boss guide for this, I'll just show you what you need to do for the achievements and how to get them. I assume that you are familiar with the tactics, and anyway, it's an older raid now, so you should be able to do it on normal pretty easily. Be aware though that some things can and will kill you if you are not careful enough. First achievement is obviously on Sivara, and it's called You and What Army. You have to take the 3 named mobs from there, Garval the Vanquisher, Tide Shaper Corvus, and Gorgeous the Smasher, and pull them before the fight starts and keep them alive until the fight ends. You can have extra tanks for this, however, if your tanks are very well geared or your DPS is high enough, you can usually do it with 1 tank on the ads and 1 tank on the boss. The only thing you need to keep in mind is that Gorgeous the Smasher casts a fear, so it's handy to keep that interrupted. The second achievement we did was Intro to Marine Biology, which is at the fish boss. Also known as the Blackwater Behemoth, you have to swim during the fight to the depths, so under the platforms and such, and click certain things like Abyssal Clams, Depth Skulkers, Scavenging Crabs, and Vent Feeder Worms. It should be easy to spot if you have the names lit up on your screen. You can enable this in the options if you have to. And you have to click 50 of those throughout the entire fight. This is for the entire group, mind you. However, there is no way to track this, so I advise you to have people either type a symbol in chat so someone else can keep counting, or just shoot up and get as many as you can get, and you should probably be fine. It's not a difficult achievement, but keep in mind that whoever is gathering stuff and swimming around cannot have the bioluminescence buff, so they won't be able to get healed, so make sure to get them healed in between. The achievement Fun Run on Hades of Azshara is an interesting one. All you have to do is to run 6 laps around the boss in one direction. It doesn't matter which direction it is, as long as it's consistently in the same direction, and try not to run backwards in the opposite side, or you might lose the debuff that you've been building up to get. When you have the debuff Fun Run on you, you'll be able to just keep it until the end and kill the boss, provided you do not get knocked into the water or run in the opposite direction. So yeah, try to avoid everything. The achievement Simple Geometry on Ashbane can be difficult if you do not have high DPS in the group to get her down quickly. What you have to do is on phase 2, when she lost her shield and she's doing Arcing Azerite, which you normally use to break the corals, you have to make sure that the beams all go through her hitbox while they are firing. So if you have to actually care about the corals, then it becomes a little bit difficult. If you can afford to ignore them because you kill her fast enough, then you can just make sure that each player of the same color is on opposite sides of the boss, and the beams will shoot through her. The requirement is killing her before one beam does not go through her, so if you can kill her in one phase, that's ideal, because then you only have to do it once. The Yogozu achievement is called a Smack of Jellyfish, and it evolves in the transition when you have to run down the platform to the next fight area. Someone has to grab a baby Zorotroy that will fall from the ceiling, carry it all the way down and keep it until the end of the fight. The person carrying it will not be able to cast any spells, because if they do, they will lose the baby egg and the achievement will fail, and they will be slowed by 30% while running, so it will really help if you have a priest pulling them with Leap of Faith, or a druid spinning them up with, for example, Stampeding Roar, to be able to get that down there in time. The person will just have to keep the egg safe until the end of the fight and kill the boss to get the achievement. The If It Pleases the Court achievement happens during the Queen's Court fight, and it involves you doing certain emotes while targeting the image of Queen Azshara when she does certain decrees. So you should probably do some macros. I'll put them on the screen for you to be able to do it quickly, otherwise you're going to have to be targeting and typing a lot throughout the fight. When she does form ranks, you need to /salute. When she does repeat performance, you have to curtsy. Stand alone, you have to applause. Deferred sentence, you have to grovel, and on obey or suffer, you have to kneel. If you do the wrong one, it might screw up your achievement, so try to not just randomly spam them, and try to do the right one. You have to do all 5 before the fight ends, and then kill the boss to get the achievement. It's a personal achievement, by the way. The achievement Lactose Intolerant on the Zakul fight is a nice throwback to Diablo's secret cowl level. You have to power up the portal to get to the cowl level during the fight by dropping the Manic Dread on the last phase, to be dispelled on the 6 eye-like runes that are on the ground, to power them up until the portal opens. When that phase starts, just have people stack on those runes, you can mark them beforehand, and immediately dispel the Manic Dread. Once it does, the rune will be powered up indefinitely for the rest of the fight. You have to power up all 6, the portal will open in the end, and people can enter it. Once you do, you'll be able to kill the cows there. You have to kill at least 10 cows before the debuff fades, which should be more than enough time for you to kill them all. Once you do, finish off the boss and you will get the achievement. Well, this achievement is at the same time extremely difficult and extremely simple, in that the concept is very easy but the execution is very tricky, and you might have some issues because you can accidentally kill the boss and not get the achievement, and then you have to basically wait until next week. The achievement The Best of Us on Azshara is quite interesting. The boss has to die when there is only one person left alive, and that person has to have the Essence of Azeroth buff that buffs their damage and will kill them after 40 seconds. The easiest way to achieve this is to go through the fight as normal, making sure that you kill the siren ads so that they don't release the seals on and basically wipe the raid for that. And then when the boss is at, let's say, a few million health, slow down the DPS, get everyone killed, and tanks and maybe a healer or two can bring her down to, let's say, a million health, so they can easily kill her after. Once she's at that health point and everyone else is dead but the tanks and maybe a healer, try clicking the console until one of the tanks gets the Azeroth buff that is necessary to finish it. Then the other tank and the healer have to kill themselves by standing on the seals, lowering their health and getting one shot in one of the void pools, and the tank that is remaining alive will have to kill the boss before the debuff or the boss kills him. You also have to be very mindful with the backend timing, because that could mind control your last remaining tank while he's about to kill the boss and cost you the try. Also have to be careful to not accidentally kill the boss, like I said, because she will be at very low health. I don't actually have footage of us doing this achievement because my recording program decided to die. In any case, the concept is relatively easy. You just get the boss very low, you make sure everyone dies but the tanks and the healer. You get the buff on one of the tanks, the other two kill themselves and the tank kills the boss. Sounds very easy, but the execution can be difficult. So these were all the achievements on the Eternal Palace, and you should now have your glory meta achievement and the mount that comes with it. Hope you guys had fun doing the achievements. It certainly was an unusual raid evening, even if some of the achievements were a bit frustrating. Enjoy your mount, and I hope I'll see you guys in the next raid. If this has in any way, shape or form helped to get your achievement and the mount, make sure to click the subscribe button and help us grow further and provide more and better content.